importantly, in these new indictments, Donald Trump is not alone. He is just the head, the boss of a at least 6-person strong team of co-conspirators who pursued the various illegal schemes that are now being investigated. And it's important that you know that none of these co-conspirators are being formally named just yet. But much more importantly, and we'll return to this, they're not being charged with anything yet. However, we do have a listing of the co-conspirators, and people have done the research to try to figure out who these people are. In some cases, it's very easy. So you have co-conspirator 1, an attorney who spread false claims and pursued ridiculous harebrained strategies. That's my commentary. That appears to be Rudy Giuliani, who we are gonna talk about in significantly more detail later on. You have another attorney who devised and attempted to implement a strategy to leverage the vice president's ceremonial role to oversee the whole thing. That is John Eastman. He's the guy who wrote the initial memo about like, hey, what if Pence just steals the whole thing?
He broke out the quill pen and was like, but I'm using calligraphy to write this.
Exactly, it's official.
It's official. Okay, yeah,
number three. Yeah, so number 3, an attorney whose unfounded claims of election fraud the defendant privately acknowledged to others sounded crazy. She was so bad, Trump was like, nah, nobody's gonna believe that. That appears to be, no, it's not the pillow guy, it's Sidney Powell. So she's tied into this.
My girl, Talbot's Yeti, what up, girl?
Yep. Then you also have Jeffrey Clark. So John Eastman, Jeffrey Clark were the 2 co-conspirators that basically said like, yeah, we'll gun people down the streets. Like I honestly don't care, it's happened before. I'm paraphrasing there. And then 5 is Kenneth Chesebro.
Cheesebro, please.
Cheesebro, some sort of bro. There had to be.
If you're gonna say it right. It's Cheesebro.
Yeah,
that's
well, legally it ain't easy being cheesy, bro, because he might be in some trouble soon. Anyway, then finally you have number 6, a political consultant who helped implement a plan to submit fraudulent slates of presidential electors. I don't know who that one is yet, so I haven't seen any like definitive good evidence of that. But why is this important? Well, first of all, for it to be a conspiracy, you need to have conspirators, people who are doing this. These are people in a variety of different areas, a variety of different levels, a variety of different connections to Trump, operating on a variety of different conspiracies. All of them could be very important in this. Now, as I said, they have not yet been charged with anything yet, but there is no reason to believe that they could not be. I'm not saying no reason for me to believe that. I'm saying no reason for them to believe that they could not be. Right now, there is a road where they don't get charged with anything and they don't go to prison. Bearing in mind that every one of them, notably, was not the president of the United States, is not a billionaire, and will not receive that sort of protection from being sent to prison. So all of these people who potentially have information they could provide to Jack Smith, the special counsel, are gonna be facing a lot of internal pressure and possibly external as well to flip and to participate so that they don't spend the rest of their lives in prison. But what do you think about that, Francesca?
It's very exciting. Let's just be honest, because these are not only people who behind the scenes helped Donald Trump try and subvert our democratic process. They are people who proudly and loudly have been running their mouths on every single random, like Newsmax podcast, Sirius SS like show where they're just like, spewing all of the same BS about Italygate and the Kraken, and and you saw the one, lady move the box in Fulton County, and just anything they can get their hands on. Like, I mean, let's be real. If 6 is not Mike Lindell, my guy got off real easy. He's gonna be out there. He's gonna still be running his mouth, but the rest of them better shut up as soon as humanly possible. But again, I think they're all sort of missing that, self-regulating little. I think the Kraken sort of nod their way through their skulls as well, sadly. But I blame Clinton for that. And but it's just so funny because they're lawyers who also have been effectively continuing to talk about these conspiracies over and over and over again. I think the real one that matters is, can you submit an alternate slate of electors to try and overturn the will of the American people? The answer is clearly no. Do they understand that? And if they don't, they're going to prison for much longer.
I think it's pretty clear. I will say that if you can, well then, what are we doing with any of this? What is this? These elections are utterly pointless. Whoever is in charge of the state legislature just wins, I guess. You just take over a couple of those and you win the election. Or if Mike Pence can just overturn it, well then, as long as you won the previous election, so you'll have a person of your party as vice president, then you just win. So we could save a lot of time actually in covering the 2024 race because Kamala Harris is vice president. So I guess this thing is wrapped up. I guess that's pretty much it at this point.
Yeah.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.